Hello, hello. I get you. Your brain has been driving you nuts. Your anxiety has been through the roof. And your mind will just not shut up day or night. That was me before I found this practice, Yin Yoga. So let me share it with you. But first, I'm going to explain how we're going to support the poses. We're going to use props. In this case, I'm going to use a yoga bolster, which is this. If you don't have this, you can use a pillow from your bed or cushions from your sofa or whatever you have. And I'm going to use yoga blocks. But if you don't have blocks, you can use books. You literally stack books one on top of the other, and they're going to do the same job. So you can pause the video for a minute, run around the house, find whatever you need, and I'll see you back on the mat. Once you're back, you're going to take your time to come to a seating position. Whatever you feel comfortable, you're going to close your eyes here. And you're going to start paying attention to your breath. No trying to change anything for now. You're going to bring one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly, and just observe. Notice the rise and fall of your chest every time you inhale and every time you exhale. Maybe you're noticing more on the belly, the rise and fall of your belly with every breath. And today we're going to work with an affirmation, which is going to be, I release the need to control. I release the need to control. Repeat it in your mind 3 times now. When you're ready, you're going to bring your hands down to your lap. You're going to open your eyes. And we're going to go for our first pose, which is going to be butterfly. I'm going to show you different options with the props. Now you're going to start bringing the soles of the feet together and relaxing the knees to the sides. You can use the blocks inside, in between the feet and the hips, and then your interlaced fingers to hold your head. Whatever you find it comfortable, or you can do it outside of the feet. The closer the feet are to the hips, the more intensity. So you choose. You can always pile different props. I'm going to bring the bolster on top of the blocks to be a little bit higher. That's another option. Or I'll show you a couple options just with the bolster. In case you find it more relaxing, I do. You can hack the bolster towards you and have it diagonally, either this way or the other way. Or bringing it towards your head and just hugging it. Now I'm gonna put a block under and I'm gonna calculate the time with my watch today. We're gonna do 4 minutes here. I'm gonna bring a block under my bolster. That's another option as well. Just so it holds the bolster wherever I need it. Now you're gonna close your eyes. Now I want you to go back to paying attention to your breath. But this time, you're going to try to breathe through the nose only. We're going to try to do this for the whole practice. We're trying to calm down the nervous system. Breathing through the nose really helps us do that. See if you can start slowing down your breath. Now in this practice, we try to hold the poses in stillness. We're aiming for no muscle activation. This is why we're using the props, so you can really let go of the weight of your body. Let your props support you. Try to let go of all the tension on your muscles. This practice is all about the pause, about the stillness, about helping our bodies restore, re-energize. And for that, we have to really let go. Remember the affirmation of today. I release the need to control. After a while, you can change the side the head is looking at if you want. Make sure there's no pain. We're not pushing through pain. If at any moment you experience any pain, feel free to back off, find another way to support the pose, either by using a different prop or maybe moving it to a different place to make it less intense for you. And maybe you notice your muscles letting go, relaxing, and you can deepen the pose a little bit more, but always without pushing through pain. This pose is called butterfly. Targets the hips and the lower back. It gently opens the hips and the lower back. It helps us ground, and it really helps us release tension. It's also connected to the heart meridian. It helps us with any migraines, headaches, and it helps us calm the mind, stopping all that overthinking that comes with anxiety. It's a really important one for this practice. Starting calming the mind. Just give us some time here, breathing through the nose. Now in Yin we have poses and we have counter poses. You're gonna find your way out from the pose. You can move the props to the side. You're gonna bring your hands behind you and you're just gonna go side to side with your knees. This is called windshield wipers. You're gonna bring one knee to the other and then to the other side. Just releasing a little bit the low back, the hips. Counter poses are usually a little bit shorter than the poses. Just a few seconds. And we're gonna come to the next pose, which is gonna be dragonfly. You can extend both legs, whatever you're comfortable, don't force it. And this time you want the prop in front of you in the center. I'm gonna show you, if you wanna stay higher up, you can just bring the hands down and the chin towards the chest, or with the prop in front of you, I'm using the bolster in this case, you can lean on it, either with your elbows or your chest. You can always bring blocks under the bolster, or whatever you have. It could be books, just to be a little bit higher up. Play around with it, see where you need the support. If you're quite flexible, you might want to go without the support directly on the floor. That's an option as well. We're gonna hold it for 3 minutes this time. So make sure you're as comfortable as you can get. Play around with your props, and once you find what works for you, hold that stillness again. This asana, this pose is called dragonfly. It targets the hamstrings, the lower back, and the spine. It helps us quiet the mind as well, finding mental calm. If after a while you want to intensify the pose, you can. I'm going to move my bolster away completely, go directly to the floor. That's an option as well if you want to intensify. But only if you're not pushing through pain, remember. There's no forcing in yoga, and especially not in Yin Yoga. Stay whatever makes sense to your body. Remember your affirmation for today. I release the need to control. If you have no control over it, it is not your job to worry about it. Just let it go. After a while, you can change the side your head is looking at, just to find some balance in the body. You can move anytime you need, make any adjustments you need, but then try to find stillness right away. Really slowly, you're gonna find your way out from the pose, push away from the floor, your props. You can use your hands to help yourself, bending the knees. You're gonna bring the knees to the chest, give yourself a hug. You can bring the chin to the chest. Try to really extend your back. You can aim to grab the contrary elbow and just hold it here. We're applying a little bit of compression. In Yin, we usually work with compression and with stretching. Some poses will have a mix of both, or just one of them. Nice, we're gonna go for the next pose. I'm gonna give you two options for the next one. We're either gonna do Sphinx or Seal. It depends how high you go with the torso. I'm going to bring the bolster in front of me. The first one's going to be Sphinx. You want to come to your forearms, spread the fingers on the mat, and then you can bring the bolster on top of your hands and bring the forehead down like I'm showing now. This would be Sphinx. If you want to go to Seal, you bring the torso a little bit higher. So you want the torso higher than the hips. Now for this, you can come really close with the bolster really close to your chest and use your elbows to support yourself and then the hands to support your head. Or you can do it this way, bring in the bolster under your armpits and then holding your head with your hands. So play around, see where you're comfortable in this one. You can always stay lower on your forearms. We're gonna do 3 minutes on this one. Play around. Either way, we want the shoulders to be higher than the hips. So as soon as you can, find your stillness. You can always lower the pose a little bit after a while if it feels too intense. We're targeting the spine and the shoulders on this ones. Doesn't matter if you're in Sphinx or on Seal. We're opening the heart. We're encouraging better breathing. This pose has reduced the feeling of overwhelm, and they really help releasing tension. Make sure your head is supported. Make sure you can let go of any tension on your neck, on your shoulders. No forcing. Just breathing through the nose, letting go. Remembering that if you have no control over it, it is not your job to worry about it. Feel free to make any changes you need, maybe supporting the head in a different way, or you can come a little bit lower if it's becoming too intense. Really slowly, you're gonna come out of the pose. This time we're gonna do a child's pose as a counter pose. If you want, you can use your bolster to support your head and your chest. If not, you can go to a normal child's pose. Just a few seconds here, breathing through the nose. Letting go of the weight of the body, of any tension on the muscles. Let it go. For the next one, we're gonna practice a pose called open wings. You're gonna slowly recover the torso. You're gonna move all the props out of the mat. You wanna lie down, facing down. You're gonna extend your right arm at the same level as your right shoulder. And then you can cross the foot. You can look at it once first. You're gonna cross the contrary foot. And then with your hand in front of your chest and the contrary foot, you're gonna choose how much weight you put on that shoulder. Take it easy because it's quite intense on the shoulder. We're just doing 1 minute to each side. You choose how much weight to put on that shoulder, so take it easy. This opens the chest, the shoulder, and the upper back. Gently stretches the chest and the shoulders, which can store quite a lot of tension when we feel anxious. Really slowly, you're gonna find your way back to the center. I'm gonna change sides to show you the left. You're gonna do exactly the same thing to the other side. You're gonna extend your left arm at the same level as your left shoulder. And then you cross right foot outside of the left leg. And you choose how much weight you lean on that shoulder. So use the right foot in your right hand to guide your body to put as much weight as feels comfortable. The head is down on the floor. Try to let go of the weight of the head. It's so normal to store quite a lot of tension on the shoulders, so just breathe into it. Hold it here, breathing through the nose, slowing down your breath. You have only one pose to go to end the practice. We're gonna finish with a twist. You're gonna find your way back to the center. And you're just gonna lie down with your arms by your sides, the side of the face down on the floor. Hold it here. Holding in stillness this counter pose. And when you're ready, you're gonna roll onto your back. And you're gonna bring both knees to your chest to let them fall towards your right side. Now your arms, whatever you find them comfortable, you could have them extended by your sides. You could do like me and have them on your hip. Whatever you find comfortable, try to look at the left side. So if your knees are on the right, you look at the contrary side. You look towards the left. Try to bring the left shoulder down towards the ground. Finishing with a belly twist. It has a calming effect on our nervous system, really helping us release tension in the spine and the lower back. At your own pace, you're gonna come back to the center and you're gonna let your knees fall towards the left, looking at the right side. You can bring both hands to the right hip or whatever you find it more comfortable. Hold it here. You can keep your eyes closed. Slowly, you're gonna find your way back to the center, and you're just gonna go to a Shavasana. So straightening the knees, bringing the arms by your sides, closing your eyes. Shavasana, dead body pose. Nothing else to do, all the work is done. Now try to find some stillness and go back to your normal breath. You're gonna start moving slowly, and at your own pace, you're gonna roll to your right side. You can use your right arm as your pillow, hold it here. And if possible, keeping your eyes closed, you're gonna find a seated position facing forward again. One more time, you're gonna bring one hand to the chest, one hand to the belly, go back to just watching your breath. And go back to that affirmation of today. I release the need to control. You're gonna bring the hands down to your lap, open your eyes, namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if your anxiety hasn't been letting you sleep properly at night. It's totally normal. Just in case, I'm going to leave you a Yin Yoga for better sleep on the description below. Make sure you pick it up because I'm not going to share it on the channel. And I'll see you really soon. You can subscribe to the channel for more practices like this. It really helps the channel, so please consider before you go. My name is Shayda Mas. I'll see you really soon. Namaste.